Good afternoon everyone, more fresh news for Exoprimal on the coming debut of the weekend Savage Gauntlet event, the PvE exclusive challenge mode a lot of us have been waiting for. And if you remember my previous video and my first impressions on the announcement about it, I had a few questions that worried me, and fortunately, last night they released new information that put those worries to rest. So they clarified once again on their website what Savage Gauntlet actually is. They are still calling it an event that you can repeat infinite amount of times to compete for the best time on a global leaderboard. And while it is an event, it has been confirmed in multiple sources that it will be a weekly rotating event, so every week there will be a new Savage Gauntlet trial with new scenario, new rules, no objectives to tackle for a couple of days. The first trials period has also been confirmed again, as it will launch on July the 28th, 3 AM Universal Time until August the 1st, 3 AM, which is unfortunately not a full week and heavily implies it's not a permanent game mode, but according to what was said previously, then every week on Friday a new Savage Gauntlet trial should reopen again for another 4 days. They shared that the first map will be downtown map, but nothing else is specific or public for now, but we'll soon see anyway. The other worry I had was their announcement of rewards for Savage Gauntlets and especially the best participators, which has also been answered, and while I'm not 100% happy about it, it's not as bad, quite similar actually how it is done in Salmon Run in Splatoon 3. Since Savage Gauntlet is somewhat of a semi-timed event, yes, it's weekly, but still you can miss out on certain trials. The good news is that it seems there is no exclusive reward for completing the individual trials, and you won't lose anything of importance by missing the first or second or any of them. So that is excellent, it's not going to trigger any fear of missing out. Instead, they have a fairly standard achievement or reward system that they will reward all participators who manage to complete the Savage Gauntlet at least once, then the top 50% best time rankings, and finally the top 20% best rankings, which is fairly generous considering it stops at 20% and not 5% like in Splatoon. These rewards are also not exclusive, which means the very same awards will be attainable through the various different trials appearing in the future. These awards are just emblems you can place on your profile banner that you can customize in-game, and from checking the in-game award list, they're going to reward you with cooler looking versions of this emblem as you accumulate multiple rankings and victories of Savage Gauntlets, with a total of 15 it looks like for the maximum rank, which is extremely player friendly and totally reachable goal for anyone who is an achievement hunter, since gathering 15 of these medals on a weekly event isn't that incredibly long of a time investment for an active player. They have also confirmed that don't worry, if you reach the highest rank you will still get the awards for the ranks below, so you don't have to earn the medals 15 times separately to get them all. So overall I think this looks fairly good. It's not a constant game mode, but you have like what, 3 days of downtime for Savage Gauntlet, so it's still available 4 days out of 7. And since the map and the missions will then rotate every Friday, I would say you probably wouldn't want to play the same scenario for 4 days straight anyway without a break. Or at least I think that would be boring, and it will be 1 or 2 days for most people at max. The awards are also I think fair, so nothing too grindy and also nothing too punishing or unattainable for the majority of the player base. 20% might be hard to get all the time, but as the player base will shift and different people will take breaks, I think everyone will get a chance eventually if you give it a fair preparation and you really want it. The awards themselves aren't really super fancy, so I miss getting something you can actually see in your games, maybe work towards a special skin or special trophy you can hang on your character, so that part is a little bit underwhelming for now. But I imagine they can always add more in the future. For the moment, it seems they want us to focus on the gameplay part of the event and think about rewards later. But Savage Gauntlet is less than a day away, it looks super fun, I can't wait for it. I will of course release a first impressions video the moment it is out if you're interested in my thoughts on how the game mode looks like, and after that I'll do my best to immediately do as much research and practice possible to create a guide or even talk about if guides are required for them in the first place, so stay tuned. But that's it for today's news video everyone, thank you all for your support Exo Fighters, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you the next time.